friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off with these two little pots that I picked up at the thrift store, and they are made of resin, and so they were $3.99 for the set of two, and it was half day, so I got them for what, $2 for two, so $1 each, and they had the styrofoam inside already, and I couldn't take it out because it's pretty hard in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use it like it is and do my best. And I think these little pots are so cute. They have all the details already. So I'm going to go in with some Waverly chalk paint in the color moss and give them each a nice coat of paint and making sure to get all the little nooks and crannies. And so here they are, nice and painted with their styrofoam in there. So now I'm going to go in with some Waverly antique wax. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit on my brush and just give it a real light brushing. And I'll make sure to do this to the both of them. And I'll do all the way around and on the top. And once I'm done with that, I'll go in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. And I'll take a teeny tiny bit on another chippy brush. I mean, just teeny tiny little bit. Just to brush on the edges, just to give it that aged look, like it's been out in the shed for a while, or in the garden, been out in the garden, and just give it that look that we all like, that aged look. Give it that dimension. And so I'll do that to both of them, tops and all the way around, but very sparingly. And I'll just keep working with this till I get it the way I like it. And so far I'm super happy with the way it looks. I think they're looking super cute. Okay, so now I have these branches. They're full branches, and they're from another full plant that I have. I have quite a few of these full plants lying around the house, and I actually have a tall tree that's got no leaves that's in my craft room, so eventually I'll do something with that. But anyway, I'm going to utilize these full branches and stick them in these holes, secure them with some hot glue, and also these bamboo sticks that I also had. So I'll stick those in these holes here. And I'll just push them through. And so now I'm going to go into another angle so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so now this is a little bit better. It's not the best, but it's a little bit better. And so now I'm taking these, they're faux orchids, and they are super old. Let me tell you, these things are old. I think my mother gave me these. And they were in a glass dish, but they broke during one of the moves. And so all I had left was just the plants. And now I'm just securing the orchid flowers to the bamboo sticks with a little bit of jute twine. So now all I have to do is add the greenery to the bottom. So I'm going to add these leaves that were part of this plant, this full plant, and I'm going to also add some moss and some moss balls from the Dollar Tree, and I'm done. And this is my inspiration piece, and mine only cost $2 with the stuff that I already had. And there's a water bottle there to show you how tall it is. So what do you guys think? Okay, before we continue, I wanted to pop on real quick and mention that this is the Chic for Cheap Craft Challenge, and it is hosted monthly by Christi over at Christi Creates, and her co-host this month is Megan, the Crafty Quinn. Okay, so this one is super easy. All I'm going to do with this is take a thrifted glass, and I'll put up here on the cards what I did with the other glasses. It's from another project. And so I'll just clean it with some rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to add these beautiful glass stickers from the Dollar Tree the crafter square glass stickers, and I'm just going to add them on here in the same pattern that's on this mason jar sample. And so I'm just going to keep adding them all the way around like so till they look like this. So now once that's done, I'm going to take some of my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, and I'm going to add a little bit into this cup. And this is where it gets a little bit hilarious. Okay, so I wanted to do the popular baking soda in the chalk paint, but look at this, so much came out. It was like, it wasn't baking soda paint, it was like baking soda, I don't know, spackle. So anyway, quick remedy, just add more paint. Add more paint if this happens to you, if it all just pours out like this. Just add more paint and you're good, and we can continue. And so all you do is just mix it up well, and then it's just as simple as painting this whole outside with this baking soda paint. And so just paint it, and once it dries, I'm going to go in with a little bit of sandpaper just to smoothen up a little bit so I can actually see the pattern, because I think I put a little bit too much. So once I get this smoothed out a little bit, I'll do a real light brushing of this antique wax, and that's just going to make all the little stickers pop a little bit. And so you'll see here, as soon as I start brushing it, you'll see all the little patterns start to pop up. And it's a really cute effect. And in my inspiration picture, they didn't add way too much paint like I did, but that's okay, I just made it my own. So here's my picture. What do you guys think? Okay, so for my last project, I decided to take 2 vases from the Dollar Tree. Since I had so much extra baking soda paint, I decided, well, we're going to turn this into something beautiful as well. And so I looked online, and sure enough, I found some vases that were similar. So I'm giving it the textured paint effect. So here it's all painted, and I'm just brushing off the excess with a clean brush. So I'm just trying to smooth it up a little bit so I can skip the sandpapering. So I'm just getting all the extra little pieces off, and make sure to get the top, the rim, get all the edges. And so once I do that, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Waverly antique wax, and I'll go on the top edge on the rim, and I'll do the bottom and a little bit on the center, but not too much on the center because my inspiration piece doesn't have too much on the center, mostly on the top and mostly on the bottom. But again, I'm going to make this my own, and so I'm just adding this as I like it, and I'll do the same to a second one that I painted since I had so much of that paint left. You know, you gotta just go with it, go with the flow. So I'm just going to keep adding and adding and adding. And I'm basically done. I just need to let this dry. But I want to take the moment to thank Christi Creates for hosting this wonderful challenge. She does it every month, and it's every first Monday of the month. And we're going to create something chic for cheap. And so literally this cost me, what, $2? $1 each for each of the vases from the Dollar Tree. And then just the excess paint that I already had, that I had mixed up way too much. And also, I'd like to thank Megan over at the Crafty Quinn for co-hosting. And don't forget to go to my description box and watch the playlist. Okay, so here is my inspiration piece. And here's mine. What do you guys think? Well, thank you for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. It would really help my new crafting channel to grow. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great, great day. Bye-bye.